So I welded a storage box for the batteries, kind of custom made. As you can see here, it's a massive mounting plate, 3/8 mounting plate, stiffness 3/8, huge welding beads, you know, like to hold this box. So it made the backside pretty massive, because this need to be massive or pretty stable, because this static fastening point is attached to it. But also this here I made it out of 3/16 thick plates, because the muffler is coming down right here. So later on I will install this storage case, you know, then you see where the muffler will sit, but basically this is coming down right there, the muffler, you know, and then dives underneath the frame. So that's why I kind of, as a heat shield, I installed that 3/16 metal. The rest of it is 3/16 L angle, you know. It's not fully welded yet, but I just did a dry fit with the battery, so I got a little bit of room here. This whole thing will be cladded 1/8 aluminum, glued on, and then I will weld the seams as good as I can, so that this is some sort of watertight. Okay, so yeah, that the two batteries will be above each other, so there will be a tray in it where I can rest the other one on. And my big hope is, because this is why I extended this a little bit, I could have ran it back here and just have the battery storage, but hoping that this one will fit in here. I can't find really measurement specs online from that pump. I just can judge it basically by looking at it online. So yeah, that's my big hope, that I can install that one here as well. If I open the lid of that case, and then I can stick that handle in there and then pump it up and down, and then the tilt can the cabin can tilt. That's how far I am right now. So that's the front of it, on the right side, left side, and as I showed the back, right, it's basically now welded, completely welded. Here at the lower space, I leave it the way it is, just with the flat bars in it, so that the battery can rest on it. Here on the upper level, I built a tray kind of type thing out of the perforated metal. It's a 1/16 steel metal, just because if the other battery rests on here, of course, right? And then here on the left side, as I said, I want to install this tilt hydraulic pump, if it fits. If not, I will use it as a storage space. So, but just imagine if the batteries are down here, you know, this battery is down here, and I use this as a storage, and something small is falling through and creates a short on the batteries, you know, like, then that's a no-no. That's why I put this perforated metal in as a kind of fall through stopper. Later on, I will paint this for rust prevention, you know, and then afterwards I'm gluing on aluminum sheets. I will wrap this whole thing in aluminum and then weld the seams, so that it is kind of some sort of waterproof. The battery box painted, as you can see here. So with that Pour 15, which I used on the brakes, or on the brake drums, and then I cladded this whole thing with aluminum sheets, 1/16 on the sides, and top and bottom I used an 1/8. So this is completely now, yeah, I have to touch it up. I don't, you know, but I welded the seams. First I glued it on yesterday, and when I glued it, here's the evidence. If the sheet metal is too far away, the glue is too thick, and the sheet metal is too far away from the other aluminum, then it when you weld it, it heats up and it blubbers out, like it kind of bubbles out, and then you can't really weld it. That looks terrible, really terrible. I have to grind this down and redo it. But other spots, if you be a little careful, that's okay.
you know, that's all what I can do with aluminum spool gun. I wish I had a TIG welder for that, but unfortunately I don't, so I have to get it done that way, you know. But yeah, overall it's basically okay. Now I have cleaned it up. I grinded and sanded the surface, as you can see. You know, it's a pretty clean surface now. And now I will clean it up with cleaner. What do I use? Wax and grease remover. That's what I'm using. And then I give it a coat, the same as I did here with the steel. The steel is basically completely coated. I might go over it again, just a second layer. Can't hurt. You know, as thicker the coat, desto less rust gets to it. So, yeah, that's where I am right now. So, now this is the grid. I'm putting it in right there. Oh, and then I'm screwing this down. I drilled and threaded the steel already, so I'm just screwing this down so it doesn't wiggle in there, and then cover these edges here. I thought these hole saws here are just good enough to drill through wood or maybe aluminum, but this is 1/4 inch thick steel, and wow, awesome. Good. I have to clean it and paint it again. And this is where I'm feeding the wire through from the batteries. So yeah, from the back side. Cool. Now I have this hole which I just drilled, painted. So inside here I painted it, and I found this grommet. So this grommet actually fits even in that box here, which is excellento. So in there, that is awesome. Then I got it. Look at that. There you go.
Hey, buddy. Hi, friend. Thanks, Charlie. Where's he? There he is. Having a great time.
Nice. What you doing there? Hey, buddy? We're not touching it. It's okay. So now I need some sort of a heat shield here glued onto it. So a kind of reflective material.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you, Paul. So I got the batteries in there, just temporary. That's what it looks like now. I got the cable right up here. Connector cable, one is in the back there. Right there. Second one.
And there, the poles are basically, or the studs are in the back there.
Here in the front. Oops. Here in the front.
And there in the back, and so I can connect them.
Hope that I have space here for that tilt hydraulic pump. I can't wait until this package is arriving. Yeah, but overall looks pretty good. Just have to create the lid now. You know, that door will be attached with hinges here on the side, and then a locking mechanism on that side, and powder coat it, not so glossy as this one. This is painted, spray painted, but the door will be powder coated. The same color as my roof rack right there. I'm liking it. Yep. Coming next.